Option Traders. This is Jeff. We're going to talk a little bit about rolling Coke for the December expiration. And what I did was I was a little busy Friday doing a couple other things, and I just grabbed some video while I was thinking in my head without doing any narration to the video, figuring that I would just do narration later and explain what I was doing. Difficult thing to do, really. It's really a difficult thing to do. I should have done it even though I was busy. But anyway, this video actually starts out on Friday at about 9:34 in the morning, and you can see that my 6750 open naked put, short put on Coke has an extrinsic of 17.5 cents, and I'm looking to squeeze as much as I can out of it, because right now if I rolled it I would get $1.18 credit, and I'm looking to see if maybe if I wait later in the day and the stock stays where it's at, where that 6750 is just a little bit out of the money, and that extrinsic starts to drop, which is the time value, as the day wears on, that maybe I can squeeze a little bit out of it, a little bit more out of it. But that January is going to be also dropping at the same time. So we take a look at the chart, and we can see that Coke has been hanging around that 6750 price quite a bit for quite a while, and we've just been milking it for everything that we can get out of it, which is really a lot of fun. I like to do that. So we'll go back to the Analyze tab. What can I get? What can I get? If it's okay, now it's 12 cents. So I might be able to get $1.30 out of this if I'm really lucky, and if I wait till 3:55 in the afternoon, maybe. You don't know what the stock's going to do. It can do anything it wants. Maybe I can get $1.25. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll just start out at $1.30. You know what I'm talking about, right? Because that extrinsic is going to drop, and that's going to be cheaper for me to buy back that naked put out there in December, because all I'm paying for is time right now. And if I wait until the end of the day, then time will be worth less. Not worthless, but worth less. And I might be able to get, maybe a better price for it. I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, I could do a little bit better. It's at 15 cents now, plus $1.19 would be $1.26, or $1.24. And it's moving around a little bit. Who the heck knows? But what I'm going to do ultimately is I'm going to put an order in for $1.30 and see if it goes, and I'll check it later. So I'm going to create a duplicate order here, and I'm going to go ahead and put that sucker in, and we'll check back later and see what's going on. Alright, you option freaks. It's now 9:57 in the morning, a whole like 20 minutes later. And I'm looking at this, and live price is $1.21, $1.22, still hanging around there, up a little bit from the $1.18, $1.19 earlier this morning. But the stock is at 67.54, very close to at the money. Can't get much closer than that. So when you weren't looking, I changed my order to $1.25. And we're going to watch it for a while and see what happens. Check back later. Okay, it's the doldrums now. It's 12:18. And where are we at? We're at $1.23. Remember, I had the order in for $1.25, and it just doesn't seem to want to go there. And I'm a little worried about implied volatility on these particular strikes beginning to disappear, which on both the January and the December, which means that they're both probably acting in pretty much the same way. And a $1.23 would be really good, I'm thinking now, if I could get that. And we jump up to my decision point here. Comes along here pretty soon to put a limit order in for a $1.20 and be done with it. Yeah, you could say I'm rolling over and taking it on the chin, but hey, $120 is nothing to sneeze at. There we go. It is done, folks, and don't you just love it? All right, here is my new table where I'm keeping track of my naked put and all the rolls, and this one is for Coke. And a couple of things that I wanted to point out here. First is that I put in my 120 for my roll today, which was equal to $1.20 times 100. And my risk, what I did here was I'm subtracting my credit from the original $6,750 of risk, starting with the very first trade. As you see on 8/17, when I opened that one, I subtracted the 121 from the 6750, and I come up with 6,629. And each month I subtracted the credit as we went along. And the other thing that I did, so now, just to recap, my risk on this trade is $6,112 should I let this expire in the money and I get put the stock. I'll get put it for $67.50, but I have collected $518 in credit on it. And the last thing that I wanted to point out was the average net on risk at the bottom on the purple row, where I average all of the risk for each month, and I give a total return on that average risk. I didn't know if I should do it on the 6750 or on the latest or the middle one or whatever, so I just did an average. It's just a number. The important thing to me is that it's making money every month, so that's really all I care about. So thanks for watching, and please visit my blog if you haven't already, and drop me comments or anything you want to do about whatever you see here, and I'm always happy to answer. And I know I talked to a very varied audience out here, so please, everybody, have a great holiday. Enjoy the low volume in the market over the next week or so, and I hope your new year is going to be as good as I know mine is going to be.